Hello, friends. Welcome to the continuation of the series Pathway to Success, the Wealthy Ways. You will recall that last time I shared on earning. Earning, that is the source of your income, and how to develop a taste for your income. Today I want to go more in depth. I want to touch a couple of nitty-gritty to encourage you to take that step or make that move into starting a business, if that is what you decide to do. I have a list of about 20 questions that I've received that I want to address as to how to start your own business. I say to people, the first thing that you must do is to find a purpose for starting that business. Why do you want to start a business? Don't start the business because there's a sister starting a business somewhere, or a brother starting a business somewhere, or a friend starting a business, or because you just like the word a businessman or a businesswoman. No, you need to find a purpose for starting a business. I like to say to people, I learned this from a great speaker some years ago. He said, if the purpose of a thing is not known, abuse is inevitable. So we need to find out, why do I want to start this business? Am I starting it for profit? Am I starting it for show? Am I starting it for fun? It is no longer charity. It is no longer a toy. It is not what you are toying about. It is not just doing something for your friend for free. This is now real. You know, someone said, if you want to achieve a dream, you need to wake up. So this is your wake-up time. This is what you need to build your life on. This is the foundation of your success. Don't forget the acronym ESSI. So this is your number one. So you need to take it serious. You need to ask yourself that important question. Why do I start a business? Or why am I starting a business? What are the things that are going to be your foundational principles of starting this business? And I think that is your number one question that you need to answer. Number two, what kind of business do you want to go into? So having answered the first question, you need to now go on to the second one. What kind of business do you want to go into? Is it sales? Is it selling clothes, selling shoes, selling cars, selling spare parts, manufacturing, industry? What kind of business do you want to go into? And this is where research comes into it. Don't forget that the last time I said the things that you love to do must form the crux of the business you want to start. What are the things that you love to do? Once you're able to identify the particular product or the particular area you want to go into, then you begin to research into it. You begin to read up on it. You begin to find people who have sold clothes before, people who have sold shoes before, people who have gone into manufacturing before. You need to read books. You need to research, ask them questions. You need to find a mentor to take you through some of the background work. Because you see some people with fanciful business, you're seeing them making money, and you don't know how they made money. It's just the fact that they made money that you want. No, they did something more than what others would normally do. So that is why I feel the second question you must ask is, what kind of business do you want to go into? Number three, who is my ideal customer? Who are the people that will come and patronize my business? That is key. In fact, I think this is where a business plan will be ideal. This is where you need to sit down and write down a business plan. Who are my customers? If you're going to be selling clothes, you have to sell clothes to those who wear the clothes. If you're going to be selling shoes, you have to sell shoes to those who will wear the shoes. If you're going to be going to manufacturing, you have to find the customers around, what we call proximity to the market. You need to be sure who are the people who are going to patronize the business. I recall in our university days, some people will bring, young students will bring clothing, so they will bring shoes to the university campus to sell. They are specialists in selling to students. They know that students will buy from them. So you need to identify who your customers are, who are the people that you want to sell the business to. If you are a professional, you need to find out who are going to be your customers or who are going to be your clients. If you are going to set up a GP practice, you need to begin to say to yourself, who are going to be my patients? If a lawyer, you need to begin to ask yourself, who are going to be my clients? You can't set up a business right inside the forest and expect people to come. You need to say to yourself, in this neighborhood where I'm setting up this business, who are going to be my potential clients? Number 4, what products or services will my business provide? So that's crucial. You need to say to yourself, what am I going to provide? If you're going to be selling cosmetics, what brand do you want to sell? What sort of services do I want to provide, from receiving the product, taking it to the end user? I was saying to someone that if you do not know your product, you cannot sell that product. If you are not sure or convinced of your product, there is no way you can sell that product. So you need to know what kind of product do you want to sell, what kind of services do you want to provide in that area of business. You need to begin to think ahead. What are the things that you want to provide? What are the things that you want to provide? How are you going to provide those services? How are you going to sell those products? Those are the questions that you need to be asking yourself. Now, I always say that if you have a product in mind that you want to sell or a service that you want to provide, you need to start reacting. You need to start reacting into the services. Where do I serve it? How do I serve it? Who are going to be my staff? Who are the people who are going to convey the products to the customers? Those are the things that you need to find out and get yourself ready for. Number 5, am I prepared to get my business or my services started? Do I have the time and do I have the money? You know, starting a business is a very tasking project. It is not by word of mouth alone. You need to be able to commit time. You need to say to yourself, this is my whole life now. It is no longer 9 to 5. It is now going to be 9 to 5 or 5 to 9. And it's probably 24 hours. When I recall when I started my own law practice, it took all my time, basically. I was waking up at night, working on things, getting everything ready, waiting for calls to come in and attending those calls promptly. I will lose sleep. I will lose time. I will lose precious time with my family, but I still went ahead to commit to the time to the business. You also need to consider the money. People don't start business on a freebie. People start business by putting money together. You need to begin to ask yourself, how do I raise the money? Am I going to raise it for family? Am I going to raise the money from loans? Am I going to raise the money from seed? Some people have seed that they can put into your business. That is critical. Am I going to be able to put in the money? Am I going to be able to put in the time? Those are the questions that you must ask yourself. You need to ask yourself, which bank would help me raise money? What do you have in terms of security that they can look into and then say, okay, we will give you a loan secured on your property? And in times of time, you need to be able to sacrifice a lot of time to be able to get your business started. So the next question is number 6. What makes my business peculiar? What makes your business to stand out? Don't just do what every other person is doing. When the late Mary Kay Ash wanted to start a sales business in cosmetics, it was a unique business idea. When people heard it, they felt that this was something new. It started well. She's putting a lot of sacrifice, but she began to make an impact in the market. What separates your business? What makes your business unique? What makes Facebook unique? What makes Instagram unique? What makes the Twitter as a business or a business tool unique? Those are the things that you need to put in place. Your business does not necessarily have to be like the other person's business. It doesn't have to be something that you've copied. The original is always better than the copy. So you need to say to yourself, what is going to be unique in my business? What are you selling? Those things are the things that will attract customers to you. They will attract clients to you. What separates you, even if what you're doing is a bit similar, your ambience, your outlook, the way you present your products should be different. There should be some peculiarities in the business, and that will attract a lot of people to your business. The next one is, where would my business be located? Where should I locate my business? It is important that you consider proximity, just like I said before, in terms of where your business is situated. Where do you want to place your business? It is no point in placing your business far away from those who will patronize your business. You need to ensure that your business is properly located close to people who will come and buy what you have to offer. Number 8, how many employees would you need? And for example, you may want to add another one. What kind of suppliers would you require? These questions will come a bit later when your business is a bit functional and you have an idea of how that business is going. Maybe you've started as a one-man business and you realize that your customer base is enlarging or is spreading. So you want to begin to think of recruiting maybe one employee or 2 employees, depending on how hot your business has become. Then you need to then say to yourself, if, for example, you are in the supply business, you need to, your market, your business is dependent on supplies. You need to ensure that that supply does not come to an end. You begin to identify suppliers, those who will be there for you. Don't restrict yourself to one supplier. Ensure you have many suppliers so that if one disappoints, the other one will be there. If you're going to be having transportation to take your products to your customers, you have to be sure that the person who is going to be the driver or the person who is going to hire you the car will not fail you. Those are kind of people that will support and supply your business. I think this is a good place to end. I'm sure you have learned a few things that you can put into use. But one thing you must know about earning is that, or income, is that you need to be thinking every day, how do I earn more? How do I increase my income? How do I go into multiple streams of income? Those are the things that will help you to start a good business and sustain a business. Thank you.